Hello, my name is Cece, and I'm beginning to chronicle my weight loss journey with the use of the vertical sleeve surgery as a tool. And I just wanted to just really profile and blog a lot of what I'll be going through and what I'm enduring now in the pre-op stage. Um, I guess I should give you a little bit about my personal history. I've always been overweight. I've been overweight most of my life. I remember being 12 years old in gym class and being weighed in front of all the students and my peers. They had this big scale in the middle of the gym, and you had to get in line and walk up. And I remember my heart beating so fast, and I just felt like I wanted to run out of that line. Anyway, I got on the scale, and the gym teacher calls out your weight to a student. Lack of privacy, right? To record the information. And I could hear the snickers and the laughs and the haha, she weighs 165 pounds. Or maybe then it was maybe 155. But either way, it was still too much for a 12-year-old. And, they talked about it for weeks. Yeah, I thought it was old news. Like, you still talking about how much I weigh? But it lasted a while. And it was just such humiliation. And looking back, I know that those episodes triggered my emotional eating because I was more of an emotional eater as a kid than I am now as an adult. Adult now, I'm just straight foodie. I just love me some food. I love the taste of food. I love fine dining. I love a good chef. And that's just really what it is now. Food is my friend, but it really isn't. But I thought it was. But as a child, I was already dealing with a lot in my life. But just going to school and being bullied and teased, and little boys pulling my hair because back then I couldn't buy hair, but genetically I was able to have really long hair based on my genes. The little girls teased me for being fat, and little boys did too. So it was just no escaping it. But I remember my mind being on getting home and eating a Tripper Decker peanut butter and jelly sandwich while I watched Luca and Laura on General Hospital, because that was my solace, that was my comfort. And that teasing and all of that did not help me lose weight. It only, I only gained weight. It got worse for me. I got bigger and bigger over the years. Teasing definitely doesn't help. It didn't for me. It made matters worse. How I made my decision to have the vertical sleeve surgery. Um, you know, Basically, I just realized I never reached my goal weight. Another thing, my gastrologist scared me to death. I had gone to her, I want to say in March, for a stomach issue I was having, and she's a new doctor for me. And she expressed total concern. And she wasn't rude or anything, but it was very heartfelt. I remember leaving there crying and calling my mother, like, you know what? I never wanted to consider surgery because it's so extreme to me. And some people call it the easy way out, but it really is not. Anybody who's had any kind of bariatric surgery will be able to tell you that is not the easy way out. And it's not an end all, be all, and it's not a quick fix, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But I just realized that I had never reached my goal weight ever. I've dieted most of my life. Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, all pretty decent programs. But I realized I needed some medical intervention. Um, I'm a Christian, so I was concerned about my religion in terms of, people saying, oh, God doesn't want you to alter your body, and you are who you are, and God blessed you with whatever, and you were born the way you were born, and that's pretty much it. But, I thought about it, and, I'm treating a disease. Obesity is a disease. So, if you were diagnosed with cancer or alcoholism is a disease, or diabetes or lupus or anything else, wouldn't you want to treat it and fight, stand up and fight, and do all that you can to improve? So I recognize that I needed some medical intervention, and that it is a tool for me. It's a situation where, I'm just looking for an aid to help me a little more to accomplish my weight loss goals and my health. And it's, of course, less vanity for me because, look, I mean, being a Christian, for me, I don't even hang out like that. It's work, home, and church. Um, but you know, it's not really vanity for me. I always felt beautiful most of the time. But now that I'm over a certain weight, I don't feel as attractive as I used to feel, if that makes any sense. So, with that being said, that's how I decided to move forward. My surgery date is August 21st, 2012, and my surgeon's name is Dr. Lisa Dobrunskin. She's located in Hamilton, New Jersey, and her website is jerseybariatrics.com. I'm no stranger to surgery. I follow doctor's orders, pre and post. Whatever they tell me to do, I do it because I realize that surgery is serious, and you're not the doctor. The doctor is the doctor. The surgeon is the surgeon. You need to follow instructions. So she has me on, and all of her patients, 2 weeks prior to the surgery date, a liquid diet, which, let me tell you, the first 3 days I thought I was going to hurt somebody. First 3 days were out of control, difficult. Monday, August 6th was my first day of my liquid diet. I've lost 14 pounds since Monday, August 6th. I had some leftover barbecue ribs. I'm going to tell you, they say don't do that Last Supper thing before you start your liquid diet. Who is not going to do that when you know you're not going to eat for several weeks after that? Because even after surgery, your first week, you're not going to eat. You can't. You have to have liquid. You're on liquid. You have to wean yourself back into food. So you go from liquid to puree foods to, you know, soft foods to then regular food. And that's over a course of like 4 or 5 weeks. So, of course, I went to Rita's, and I had I had a large custard with rainbow jimmies, and I had a large gelati, and the poor little girl was like, oh, do you think this person wants a lid? I'm like, baby, both of those for me, and I want a lid on both of them. Poor little girl thought I was buying them for somebody else. So that was my afternoon treat, and then that evening, I went to a local diner, and I love their barbecue ribs. And they're $9.99, so they're always on special. So I got the, you know, ribs. And, of course, your eyes are bigger than your stomach because I couldn't even eat them all. Then I'm panicking because I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to have these ribs in the house. I don't want anything in here that's tempting. And, yes, at work that Monday by 3 o'clock, I was thinking about those ribs. They were calling me. And I was having a hard time anyway. I had a tremendous headache. My anxiety was high. It was just out of control. I did eat those ribs later on at night. But then from then on, I was pretty much perfect, with the exception of a couple of little things I wasn't supposed to do, like add skim milk to my blender when I was doing with the water, my EAS Myoplex Light shakes that I was making. I wasn't supposed to be adding the dairy, even though it was skim milk. I was adding, by the advice of my girlfriend, who has had surgery with my surgeon, chosen surgeon. I found my surgeon through word of mouth and also through research. So you want to make sure you research your surgeon, definitely. How long they've been doing the surgery, et cetera, et cetera. Complaints, whatever. But my girlfriend was like, oh, girl, throw some Cool Whip free on that Jello, sugar-free Jello, because the liquid diet is protein shakes 5 a day, no more than 200 calories, preferably sugar-free, at least 15 grams of protein, and unlimited sugar-free pops, icicles or whatever you want to call them, and unlimited sugar-free Jello, water, unlimited Crystal Light, and protein like New Way, bullets, and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what you're living off of. But I was throwing on Cool Whip Light, and I told my nutritionist I was opening eyes with her. She was like, you weren't supposed to be doing that, so I cut that out. But other than that, I've been pretty much on point. I've lost 14 pounds since, because the goal is to lose 10 pounds before your surgery. I've lost 14. I have another week to go of the liquid diet, so hopefully I'm on track though. I'm not hungry. You know, that's crazy. Your body does adjust after the 3 days. You know, it's like, you know, I've only had one protein shake today and some Crystal Light, and I'm not really hungry yet. So I'll make sure that I, you know, get my rest of my protein in it, because that's very important to make sure you get it in. You know, I just wanted to speak to you all and let you know that I'm welcoming all of you to share my journey, and pray for me, please, and I'll pray for you. And if you have any advice for me, feel free to leave comments. I'll take all advice. And I'll be back on to speak with you again. But people say, are you nervous? Yeah, I am nervous. But I try not to be nervous because being a Christian, I try to make it a habit to leave everything to God. And God has got me. I don't care what the outcome, good or bad. He got me. He has my back, and that's how I look at it. So, another thing I want to leave you with is my favorite exercise guru, Leslie Sanson. She said in one of the DVDs I was utilizing to work out with at one time, you either do it now, work out, and get yourself together. So when you're 40 or 50, there's a major difference between 50 and feeling 30 than 50 and feeling 80. So with that being said, I'm just trying to move forward. I'm trying to get myself healthy, happy, and start living outside the box. I might even go skydiving one day. You never know. Bungee jumping or something. But I want to be able to do things without fear of, oh, I might break that rope, or, I can't get on that ride because I'm not going to fit. Things like that. So, all right, so we'll talk again, hopefully sometime this week. My last weigh-in is Friday, and I will be following up with you guys by the end of the week. And God bless you all, and enjoy your evening. Okay, take care. Bye.